I am pleased to provide the mayor's report for the period of October 2nd through October 15th. And the first thing I'm going to note is that for a period of that time, I was out of the city. So first, I want to thank council for covering some of the events, including the Speak Up Thompson event that was held at Riverside School on October 3rd. In terms of some of the events I have been able to attend over the last 2 weeks, on October the 4th, upon my return, I attended the Sisters in Spirit Vigil at the RCMP building in recognition of slain and missing women, but also in recognition of all those men, women, children that have been murdered or are missing in this province. And I want to thank the organizers for the event and ensuring that this remains on the minds of people and that we are providing support for the families and a commitment to find those missing and those responsible in the case of murder. On October 5th, I had the opportunity to provide greetings at the Norman AAA North Stars home opener. I extended congratulations to President John McNevin on 28 years of operating the Norman North Stars as an organization in our community. It's taken a lot of volunteers over a lot of years to keep that program going. Without a doubt, I think it's operated at probably a junior hockey level as opposed to a AAA hockey level. And so our thanks go to the organizers. Also extended best wishes to Stu Cunningham and his coaching staff and all the players on behalf of the City of Thompson. On October the 6th, I had an opportunity to attend and provide greetings at the Valet Employee Recognition event that was held at the Thompson Regional Community Center. This is one of those events that is held in recognition of the support that Valet as a corporation provided to the facility. And from everything I understand, it was a very enjoyable afternoon and perhaps a little too short. So in the future, we look forward to Valet and other corporate sponsors, but also community organizations taking advantage of that facility and hosting events. And I think that we always talked about that facility being an asset in terms of retention and recruitment, so I encourage people to use it. On October the 10th, along with City Manager Cepitelli, I had the opportunity to sit down with Rod McCharles of Manitoba Conservation to talk about some of the issues that have been raised regarding Paint Lake Provincial Park, specifically the length of the camping season, the availability of cottage lots, the availability of electrified camping sites. And I can tell you, I thought it was a very positive meeting with Rod, and he shared some proposed conceptual plans for moving forward that I thought were very interesting. And I did convey to him, because I've sort of gathered that at times the province may have thought we were in a little bit of opposition to development at Paint Lake. And there was this notion that maybe it was due to people moving from Thompson to Paint Lake and that maybe we saw them at competition. I conveyed to Rod, in no manner whatsoever do I see Paint Lake as competition. I see Paint Lake as an asset in retaining people in this community. And I conveyed that for many of those people that have chosen to retire at Paint Lake, if it wasn't at Paint Lake, it would have been somewhere down south. So I think Rod picked up on that, and he conveyed to me that he would ensure that that was conveyed to the province, that we want to work cooperatively with the province to make Paint Lake even more of an asset for our community. So I look forward to continued dialogue on that. On on the 10th as well, I can advise that I did have an opportunity to meet with representatives from the school district of Mr. Lake, the LGD, and Valet regarding the GIL discussions, and those are now moving to tomorrow. We'll be having a meeting with all the negotiating team to try and keep advancing that document, and I'm still hopeful that we will bring back to council by the end of this month a proposed grant in lieu for the next period of time. On October the 11th, I attended the Spirit Way Wild Gala, and Councillor Collada was also there that evening and acknowledged the volunteers, and it was an interesting evening with a variety of speakers regarding some of the, again, interesting assets that we have in northern Manitoba and unique opportunities that we have. And I'll note that Councillor Robinson is our representative on the gala, or on the on Spiritway, and so I thought it was a very nice evening. On October the 12th, I had an opportunity to participate with the Thompson Community Foundation Nominating Committee. This is a role that the city, through the Mayor's office, plays in terms of ensuring that the Community Foundation continues with new board members, and I understand we have a number of new board members that are moving forward, and I congratulate those members, and I know that they'll play a very important role in terms of the organization. September 29th, I just want to note, it's before the period that I was away and I'm reporting on, but on September 29th, Thompson and the Thompson High School R.D. Parker hosted what I have to acknowledge as a tremendously successful reunion. And I had a chance to participate in the banquet along with a number of other members of council. I know Deputy Mayor Fenske was there, Councillor Lafreniere was there, and it was so great to see the number of people that came back to this community, and Dennis would have an easier time remembering some of those individuals. I remember their names because he's a little bit older, so he could remember the individuals. But it was neat to see those families coming back that have been gone for 20, 30 years. And I can tell you that the comments were tremendously positive on the change and the condition of the community, and the Thompson Regional Community Center, which for the first time hosted a major event in the Wellness Center. So great event. I have to acknowledge the tremendous job by the organizers in bringing those people back, and there is no doubt in my mind, none, that everyone that I ran into and had a chance to hear from or talk to, they were going away with a very positive image and story of what Thompson is today. So great event. In terms of some of the other things, I just want to note again, Councillor Hogan acknowledged that we do have a new rec director. John Burrows has joined us. I'm very pleased. I've had a chance to meet briefly with John, and very impressed in terms of his willingness to get involved and get active. I know he spent a lot of time in the facility over the last few weeks, and I've been hearing that from the public, so great to see. I look forward to working with him, and I ask the community to be supportive in his transition to this job, and assist him with getting familiar with our community and the opportunities in recreation. In terms of upcoming events, October 17th, Speak Up Thompson, the last meeting for this year, will be held at Burntwood School, 7 o'clock. And encourage people to come out. This is the opportunity. We want to hear, we want to listen to what people have to say about this community and suggestions they may have in terms of how we can make Thompson a better place to live. So I encourage people to come out. We'll do the listening, they can do the talking. So encourage people to come. The other one is on October 18th. Along with members of council, we're going to be hosting a seniors and elders luncheon at the Rotary Place, and encourage people. It's open for individuals to attend, and I look forward to that event. It's always a good event, and it's great to recognize people that have played a role in building this community, and it's always great to hear some of the comments they have for continuing to make it better. So I look forward to attending along with members of council. The last thing I want to just note is just a reminder that safe operations as we transition from summer to fall and winter. We had a dose of it last Thursday morning when we woke up with snow on the ground, and it was a completely different world. And I had a chance to drive the city that morning, and I think a lot of people were caught off guard a little bit. Please bear in mind the weather conditions as you're in and around the community. They're going to be changing virtually daily over the next few weeks. Especially take caution in and around school zones and in and around the neighborhoods, because we don't want an accident to happen, and they are preventable with proper care and paying attention. So I ask for people's cooperation. In saying that, we're also winding down in our capital projects. Most are complete. We still have the BTC as approved today and the water utility to go forward. I can advise that as we move forward on those projects, We will be providing notice to those in the neighborhoods that will be impacted, so they'll be made aware. And the last thing, I do have a proclamation that by the virtue of the authority vested in me as Mayor of Thompson, I hereby proclaim October 24th, 2012 as World Polio Day in the city of Thompson. And I especially want to acknowledge the role of the Thompson Rotary Club and Rotary International in their efforts to eradicate polio in the world. That is my report. However, as I noted, I was away for a few days during the last 2-week period, so I would welcome any comments from members of council. Deputy Mayor Fenske.
Thank you, Mayor Johnson. On October 2nd, I attended the reception that Thompson Unlimited hosted for Chrysler reps in the community in the discussion in future or further winter weather testing in our community. And I'd like to congratulate Mark and his staff for doing a great job and proposing Thompson and providing information and tours to the reps that were here from Chrysler. And I believe that there will be a reciprocal trip down south in January to look at a test track that they are currently using. They were quite positive about the potential of Thompson, and we look forward to that.
Thank you. Any further comments from members of council? Councillor Byer.
Just coming up, I think people are probably aware of it, is the Wolf Conference on the 23rd and 24th with guest speakers from Finland and Russia. It's something very different for Thompson, I think, in terms of international scope. So if people haven't considered attending to this point, they may want to. I'll be actually emceeing the opening portion of it. So I just want to put that out there for people as well.
Excellent. I appreciate that. Any further comments? With that, I'm going to entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved by Councillor Robinson, Councillor Evenson. All those in favor? We stand adjourned. We're going to move to question period. I'd ask